back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Jessica. I am a first-time mom to a 14-month-old named Charlotte. In today's video, I thought I would go over some of the best books that I recommend for toddlers, specifically younger toddlers, 1 and 2-year-olds. These books are mostly all hardcover books, so they are safe to let your child play with. You don't have to worry if they put them in their mouths. You don't have to worry about them ripping the pages. I have separated them into 4 categories. So I have educational books, I have books with positive messages, especially for little girls. I have books here that are my favorites, and I have books here that are Charlotte's favorites. So a little background on my daughter. She hasn't always loved books. She finally has started finding that love for books, especially now that she can flip the pages. We all know a toddler's attention span is not very long at all, so now that she's able to engage a little bit more with the books, she is starting to love them. She specifically loves books that allow her to engage with them, which you will see a few of them in this video. So book number 1 is this Elmo's Big Lift and Look book. So this one is super educational. It's not much of a story, but it does have lots of educational things in it. So for example, this one here is all about numbers. So for example, this one here is the number 4, and it has 4 shoes underneath. So super cute. It also teaches letters and shapes and opposites. And this one here is like a little seek and find, so help Elmo find his teddy bear. So super cute. Every page has little flaps, which keeps the child super engaged. The next book here is called First Words, and it is a Sophie the Giraffe book. So this one here again has little flaps that the child can flip open. It has very simple sentences on each page. It has objects that are just simple little words. So it just teaches them all the different objects. You can teach them simple words. It also has like colors and animal sounds and all sorts of things in this cute little book. And then at the very end, it has just all the objects listed on the pages with the words underneath. So super cute for teaching first words. This next book is a great book, not only for toddlers, but for older kids, and I'll tell you why in just a second, but this just teaches all sorts of colors. So each page has a dedicated color, and it has objects all around in that color, so you can point out the objects and tell them the color. Another great thing about this book for older kids is that it actually shows you the colors that you get when you mix primary colors. So for example, if this is blue and this is red, when you mix them together, you get purple. So it's a super cute book for toddlers, just teaching them basic colors, and then for preschoolers or older children who want to learn what you get when you mix 2 primary colors. The next books that Charlotte has loved, and I'm sure a lot of toddlers would love these, are these little board books here. So we actually have a Disney baby set, and we have a baby Einstein set. And I talked about these a little bit in my best baby toys video. Basically, these books are great. They're just little books that they can hold in their hands. Younger toddlers love to just grasp things in their hands, so these are the perfect size for that. They also have very simple sentences on each page, so these are just short little books, especially for toddlers who don't have a great attention span. These are great first books when they're first learning how to flip the pages. They're super easy just to flip the pages in them, so great little books. They also teach tons of things: colors, weather, shapes, instruments, animals, so they all have something different education-wise in each book. The next book that I am using for educational purposes is this, my book of animal babies. So this here just goes through all the different animals, and it has a short little story in it as well, but it tells you what the adult version of that animal is called and what the baby version of that animal is called. The funny thing is, a couple of these I didn't even know myself, such as I had no idea a baby hedgehog was called a hoglet. I had no idea that a baby shark was called a pup. So great little book. I go through it with her and I talk to her about what the animals are and what sounds they make. Another book similar to this is this one here called Noisy Farm. So same sort of deal, has a little story in it, but we focus on the animals and the sounds that they make, and she's able to point out a lot of the animals now. So we do really enjoy these books, especially right now because she is learning to recognize all the animals and the sounds that they make. So moving on to a few books with some positive messages that I have really enjoyed reading to Charlotte. Obviously, she doesn't understand the messages right now, but it's never too early to start reading stories with those positive messages. So the first book is actually this one here, What Are Little Girls Made Of? So what I love about this book, first of all, it doubles as a card. So if you're going to a baby shower, it's such a cute idea to get a little book like this. It has a to, a from, and a little message area. So in lieu of a card, you can give a little book like this. I got this for my baby shower and I thought it was such a cute idea. What I love about this book though is it has so many cute messages for little girls. I love that it uses the words dreams and joyful and adventure and strength. So just a super cute book with so many positive messages. The next book that I absolutely love is this one here called The Paper Bag Princess by Robert Munsch. If you've read Robert Munsch books before, I'm sure you know he kind of has that dry sense of humor, but I just love his books. So this one here, the plot is basically that a princess and a prince were supposed to get married. The prince gets taken by a dragon and the princess has to rescue him. So first positive message right there, it's not always the princess who needs to be saved. In this case, she's doing the saving. So I love that the gender roles are reversed, and it basically teaches that not every story is a fairy tale. It doesn't always have a happy ending. Basically, her dress gets burned by this dragon's fire and she ends up wearing a paper bag. She has to defeat the dragon. She rescues the prince in the end and he is super ungrateful about it. So she basically says, okay, I'm not marrying you then. You don't appreciate me saving you. You don't like how I look with this paper bag, so goodbye. Basically, it's just super cute. Teaches girls their self-worth, teaches them that they don't need a man or anybody to save them, teaches them that, you know, you're beautiful no matter what you wear, what you look like, you're beautiful inside and out. So I just love this book. It has so many good messages for little girls. The last book with a positive message is this one here called Corduroy. This is one of my childhood favorites, so I always said I would get one of these for my future children. And I was so happy when I was able to find a board book version rather than the paperback version. What I love about this story is it just teaches, you know, don't judge a book by a cover. Just because something doesn't look completely perfect doesn't mean it's not going to be perfect for you. In the very beginning, it teaches about the value of money. If you want things in life, you have to work hard to earn your money for those things. It teaches about friendship. I just absolutely love this book, and Charlotte seems to really enjoy it too. She loves searching for corduroy on each page. It is a little lengthier, so we can only usually get through a few pages, but anytime I get to read even a few pages of this, it just brings back so many memories of my childhood. The next category are some books that I absolutely love. These ones specifically are ones that I love reading to Charlotte. So the first one here is called Welcome Little One. So my mom actually got this for her when she was first born. So the first thing that I love about it is that you could write your child's name and all the details of their birth. So when were you born, what was the time of day, what was your hair color, what was your eye color, your weight and length, and just a little something that you remember about the time that they were born. And it just goes through the book about how much you just love this child, the first time that you met them, and all the joy that everybody was experiencing. So I love this book. It always brings me back to that special day when she was born. The next book that I absolutely love, Charlotte actually got this for her birthday. It's called Now I Am One. So this just has a bunch of different poems in it, and they all rhyme. A lot of books that rhyme or like that have singing in it really keep her engaged. She really enjoys listening to them. These are all little poems about the milestones that you hit in the first year. So just a cute little one that I'll quickly read here. Baby, baby, what shall we eat? Some carrots or peas or peaches so sweet. Baby, baby, look under there. Your food's on the floor, it's under your chair. So it always reminds me of the journey I've had with Charlotte's eating, just her first experience with solids, and even now, like the big mess that she makes with all of her food. This book always makes me smile and think back on some of those milestones through her first year. The last book of my favorites is this one here called Skin-a-Marink. So if you're familiar with Sharon, Lois, and Bram, you'll know all about this song. This book is basically the lyrics to the song. I absolutely love reading this book to Charlotte. I was so excited when she got this for her birthday because this is one of my childhood favorite songs. My husband sings this to her all the time too, so I just love to read this to her at bedtime and just sing the song to her, and she loves to look at all the pictures in it. So super cute book. This is not one that I let her play with because it is paper, but it's a super cute bedtime story. And lastly, we're moving on to some of Charlotte's favorites. So this one here is called Time for a Bath. It's just a book all about taking a bath and the special bonding between a mother and a child at bath time. She loves that I always put such big emphasis on the time for a bath parts. It always makes her giggle, so this is just a super fun bonding book, and she absolutely loves looking at all the colorful pictures, and I try to use all sorts of different tones in this book, so she loves this. The next book that she loves is this one called That's Not My Unicorn. What she loves about this book specifically is all of the different feelings in this book. So this is a great sensory book for toddlers and even younger babies. She loves when I read this to her and it just has very simple sentences in it. She loves to feel all of the different textures, but she also loves to read this story on her own, so I'll leave it out for her and she'll just go through it and flip the pages and feel all the different textures. So definitely one of her favorites. And the last two books that I'll talk about are these pull and look books. She loves these books, so we have one here called Splish Splash and one here called Hooray Hooray. And basically it's just like short little stories. They can pull the flap to kind of discover a little picture. So she just loves playing with these books and keeps her super engaged at bedtime. So that wraps up some of the best toddler books that I recommend. I hope you guys were able to get some ideas from these books. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!